Hey guys, Jason the X for SC and S Live, the super cool nerd show, back with another toy review for you, and I am reviewing the Demogoblin wave from, did I say that right? Demogoblin? Demogoblin? I don't know. Demogoblin wave from Marvel Legends. This is the latest Spider-Man wave, and boy, I found a few of them, and the train just started rolling. And I'm not even really excited about this line, but it's okay in hand. So I'm going to review all the figures. I'm going to go in the order that I like them from, the first being the one I like the least, and then finishing off with the best, and then look at the Build-A-Figure afterwards. So let's get right on to it. Okay, so right off the bat, you're getting a twofer for ones I don't like. These are the two Gamerverse Spider-Man figures. Now, I did like the first Gamerverse Spider-Man that they released. And, you know, that's fine, but that game has a lot of different costumes in it, and these are some of the ones that were featured in there. One is the, I have to look at the back. This is the Velocity suit over here on the left, and this is the Spider Armor Mark III. I'm just not excited about these figures, and one thing that really bothers me about them is, you can't tell, but the Spider Armor is shorter than the Velocity suit. This is the same character. Why is it shorter? Why is it shorter? I don't know. Anyway, just moving the guys to the side here. Let's take a look at the box. The Velocity suit comes in. Camera up a little bit. You can see Build-A-Figure Demogoblin comes in a nice white box. Gamerverse. And we are getting more of these figures with the new Avengers game when it comes out. There's the artwork on the side of the Velocity suit. Of course, you can get a look at the bio there. Peter Parker enhances his spider suit with speed-boosting technology to become Velocity Suit Spider-Man. And then you see some of the other figures on the line. So, yeah, and then you have, get out of here. Of course, this one, same style of box, Spider-Man. Got the logo from the game. Get in there. And there you see the Spider Armor there. And Peter Parker upgrades his spider suit with advanced technology known as the Spider Armor Mark III. So, look, this is where I start to get into an issue with like Batman figures, because they just milk it for all it's worth. Now, the Spider-Man game is wonderful. It's a great game. I don't want all the armors. I especially don't want them using it as fill-ins when we could have gotten other characters. So, taking a closer look, let's look at the Velocity suit first. Nice colors on this guy. I'm going to give it that. Zoom in a little bit so you can get a look at that face there. I like the different eye. It's just the different eyes on the suit. You got the spider emblem in blue. It's actually molded, so at least they're doing that. Lots of good molding. Colors on the costume. It looks like something a track star would wear. He doesn't come with any interchangeable hands. He only comes with the thwipping hands and a fist over here. But if you look, you know, it's not a bad figure. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like it. Looking at the back, you got more of that spider emblem there. I mean, it is what it is. It's a nice figure, just not one I would have wanted. So, posability, you can tilt his head back about that far. He does have the hinge and a ball joint in the neck, so you can go down pretty far. Got an ab crunch, which just kind of rolls there. Goes forward about that much. We'll go all the way around. Nice soft ratcheting on this shoulder joint. Goes out about that far. We'll spin at the joint, and he does have a bicep swivel as well. Double jointed elbows, and the wrist will move up and down and rotate. Same thing over here. The wrist is on that same axis. He can only Van Damme. Actually, Van Damme's better than most Spider-Man figures that I see. He should be able to do the full splits, but of course, you got the thigh cut, double jointed knees, pegs in the foot so you can go all the way around, and of course it goes back and forth. And getting this guy back here, I'm going to show you, they should have made them the same height. So let's take a look at the Spider Armor. He's actually, and this is the other thing, this is supposed to be armored. Why does it look slimmer than the Velocity suit? This looks, it's too slim, and this is supposed to be speed and quickness, and it just seems bulkier than the Spider Armor. I honestly, this is the better figure. This is the lower one for me, just because he's so slimmed down, and there's just something they should have done with this figure. More, just to make me convince me this is armor, but it looks good. I'm gonna give it that. I like the eyes on here, much more sinister. The spider emblem looks very good. I love how it's going into the black of the costume, into the red. That's really good. Got some nice pauldrons on the shoulders. They are a softer plastic. Good detail. This belt is a separate piece, glued in the back. And looking at the back, definitely this nice spider emblem in the back. He's got like a backpack here, which is kind of cool. Almost looks like it could be a booster of some sort. And you got some designs on the legs. Still liking this. Just, this figure could have been better. And of course, he only has a whipping hand and a fist, no interchangeable hands. They did add some knuckle paint there. That's pretty cool. I'll give him credit where credit is due. It's just that he's shorter than the Velocity suit and a different body mold. This is the kind of thing that this is why I didn't want these figures. And the head, going into articulation, will tilt back and forth. He's got an ab crunch. Got some soft detinted plastic. Arms are going about that far. You do have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He pretty much has the same articulation as the Velocity suit. Got a waist swivel. The Velocity suit? Yeah, he does have a waist swivel too. Oops. Stand up. Stand up. Stay. Okay. Got a twist at the thigh. He can Van Damme a little bit better than, probably about the same, honestly. Double jointed knees. Tilts back and forth at the feet. The peg is in there. You will be restricted by this armor piece that's right here. So yeah, just the two at the bottom of the list that I'm meh on. Seriously, meh. Don't do any more Spider-Verse figures. And for a comparison, here he is with the other Gamerverse Spider-Man, who is also a completely different body mold. It's just, there's some serious inconsistencies here, people. And I still like my Gamerverse Spider-Man. That's the suit I pretty much played the game in. And I really didn't use either one of these suits. But yeah, I would have liked them to just be more similar, considering they're the same, from the same game and the same person. So yeah, bottom of the list are the two alternate costumes for Spider-Man. Oh, and I didn't want to forget, they do come with some accessories. The Armored Spider-Man Mark III does come with this little webbing piece here. What does this do? Well, you can take it and put it over the face of other figures. And that looks good. I like that. Look at that. So it just goes right over there. And it looks like he's webbed up. And the Velocity suit actually comes with one that you can drape over the shoulders. And, yeah, I'm picking on Iron Fist. I know. And then he can be webbed up top. So, yeah, and it's kind of the way it is. Larger characters, it'll be able to fit a little bit better on them. It's very flexible. But, yeah, they do come with some accessories. And combined, these are pretty good. I wouldn't mind having more of these instead of those, I guess, whip things with a little hook on the end that they hold on. Yeah, I'd want more of these. These are pretty good. So give us more of these accessories. If that's what it took to get some nice accessories for Spider-Man, okay, fine. Then I'm okay with those two figures. But yeah. And the next figure on my scale is going to be Marvel Legends White Rabbit. Who saw this coming and who asked for this? I don't know. It is kind of a character that I did not expect. I think I said this on Alternate Heads, our toy podcast. Like, seriously, who saw White Rabbit coming? But we got her. We have a White Rabbit figure. And it could have been better. But let's go ahead and take a look at the box that she comes in. You've got the traditional Marvel Legends box here. Got the emblem up there. You got Marvel's White Rabbit. You got some artwork on the side of White Rabbit. Oh. And anyway, the bio, a brilliant woman with a twisted mind, Dr. Lorena Dodson is the deranged queen of crime, the White Rabbit. Is it a stretch to call her the queen of crime? So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the, White Rabbit here. This is not a bad figure. It's very well made. I love the detail with the ears coming out of the hair. It's the first time I've really seen something like this with Marvel Legends that I can recall. The paint on the face, very good actually. I mean, the more I have this figure, the more I appreciate what they did. The bow tie is a separate piece. You can actually unpeg her head and remove that bow tie. The jacket looks really good for the kind of this Ringling Brothers, you know, kind of ringmaster jacket. Does look good. Nice short jacket. Is this the same one that came with Scarlet Witch? I think, I don't think so. I should have gotten Scarlet Witch down. She got this pocket watch here, picked out nicely with some, I love the gold on the pocket watch, and it's picked out with some very nice paint. And, of course, the hair looks really good. I do. She does have her umbrella. She's known for her umbrella shenanigans. Take that off. And it has a little blast effect on the end of the umbrella, which I was hoping would come off. It does. It does come off. See, Near was telling me that his wouldn't come off. So, yeah, they're doing effects with Marvel Legends now more. I do like that. It goes right on there. Fits well. Just take it to the side. And it's just a pink umbrella. Got the little strap going around it to keep it closed. Silver on the handle. This is actually pretty good for a third-rate Penguin villain. And she has fuzzy boots. Oh, yeah. She's got the fuzzy boots. Now, looking at this figure, though, here's where I have the problem. Her joints are a bit loose. You can tell just... And that could be just QC. Been a number of, like, loose joints on Marvel Legends these days. You can see it's loose at the knees. It's, actually, it's a little loose at the hips. But getting into the articulation of the figure, and then I'll move on to what I don't like. She has a peg inside the foot. You can rotate around. Peg goes up and down. Calf cut at the boot. So along the fur. Boots with the fur. Oh, no, we're not going to do it. And that loose knee joint is really killing me. So you got the double jointed knees. She can Van Damme about that much. Pretty good. Cut at the thigh. No waist articulation, but she does have a ball joint in the torso. Or, wait, does she? It looks like she has a ball joint, but you're not getting much give out of that. Nope. Okay, anyway. Head is on a peg and ball joint, but it is restricted due to the hair and due to the bow tie a bit, which, you know, hey, that's fine. I think you can actually take the head off, and here's my... Let's see if we can get this head off. Oh, boy. It's like you start removing something, and then you're like, wait a minute, does that head come off? I want to get the bow tie. Hang on. Yeah. So I was able to get the bow tie underneath the collar of the jacket. Pop that head back on there. Come on. Give me that satisfying Marvel Legends sound when it goes into the... Oh, there we go. So yeah, that looks a little bit better. Looks a little bit more natural. Get my camera back a little bit here so we can get her in the light. Still working with this new light box here. Now, okay, the shoulders will go up about that far. Make a complete rotation around. Single jointed elbows. Come on, Marvel, we can do better than this. And here's my issue, because she's got an umbrella weapon that she points. The wrists go back and forth. And this one does as well. It would have been better if they had made, instead of going back and forth, up and down, so that way she could actually point the weapon at something. But as it is now, she can just kind of hold it like that. So, yeah, give her one hand that can actually point this thing and be slightly threatening. Because now it's just like she's casually kind of shooting someone with the umbrella, which is warped. I need to put some heat on it, but I don't make any alterations until after I review. So yeah, White Rabbit figure could have been really good if not for a few things. Just a couple things could have made this figure great. But yeah, there we go. And next up on the list is the Marvel's Superior Octopus. I don't know why I said Marvel beforehand. Of course it's a Marvel. This is a pretty good figure. For one that I wasn't too excited for, it looks really good. So I'm going to get that to the side. And we'll take a look at the box that he comes in. Move it back a little bit. So yeah, still the same thing that we've been seeing. Glossy emblem, Superior Octopus on the side. Look at that artwork. Great artwork on the side. Got the octopus symbol there and his new arms. Same thing on the other side. On the back, look at that. Just get this up so you can see. Otto Octavius suits up in a high-tech spider suit to protect the city as the superior octopus. I don't know why I'm doing all this for. I'm going to throw that package away. Anyway, so this is one thing I have a problem with this figure, but it's not a big gripe. So this figure looks good. I love the tentacles off of this thing. They look really good. They are of a slimmer variety than we were used to with the other Dr. Octopus. This whole pack does come off of his back, and each tentacle is removable. They all come separate in the packaging, and they are of varying lengths and directions. So you can kind of just see that a little bit better. So you can see they're all unique, and I like that they're all going in different directions. Kind of like they're sentient, they're just kind of all moving at the same time. I really do appreciate that. So back to the figure. This looks really good. I love this green on gray with the black. There is the octopus symbol here, his superior octopus. Got the hands, you got some mechanical details around the hands. Love the green, love this green. You got the 2 peg holes in the back. I'm glad they put 2, so it's a little bit more stable. And there he is. Mostly a black costume, but I think good use of the gray. I really like how this guy looks. Especially the hands, and you do only get 1 set of hands. I know we've been kind of spoiled with getting like a set of fists, a set of open hands. They are not doing that for us. So with this pack, like I said, you can just plug these in. And I like to just kind of move them up. As you move them up, though, they will come loose. So just keep that in mind. They fit snugly. They don't fit very tightly. Let's see. That one needs to go. Yeah, I like to have them at least all the green facing forward. So there you go. And as I plug that in, one of them came loose. So, yeah, this looks really good. Articulation-wise, let me just go ahead and take this off of him. So articulation-wise, starting at the feet. I should always start at the feet here. You can go around all the way. It's a traditional SpiderMan articulation, cut at the calf, double jointed knee. You can see he's got the cut at the thighs. He can Van Damme that far. Waist articulation, crunch at the abdomen. So nice torso, but it only goes back that far. So not much going back. A little bit going forward. He does have butterfly joints, which I love butterfly joints on Spider-Man figures. That is frozen. Oh, there we go. Want to see a toy break on camera? You can go around all the way up to that far. Twist at the bicep, double jointed elbows. The wrists will go back and forth, not up and down. And the head, you got your hinge and your ball joint up there. And you can go up pretty far. Down pretty far. So yeah, good figure. One I wasn't like particularly excited for, but once I got him, hey, this one's pretty good. Go ahead and stand him up, and for a little comparison, let's bring in Dr. Octopus. And quite a bit of change there. Quite a bit. There's been some slimming down, you know, starting to, you know, take better care of himself. The arms are a little bit thinner, of course. I kind of like them like that. But this is more traditional Dr. Octopus, and I'm happy with this. I don't want to say one is better than the other. They're different characters. And also, just so we can compare him to somebody, I wanted to bring in the Superior Spider-Man mold. Oop. Get up there. There we go. So yeah, side by side with Superior Spider-Man, and he falls over. But yeah, really good figure. I like this one. And for my number 2 pick, I love my classic villains, anything that gets me closer to the Sinister Six. But this is Marvel's Vulture, and sadly, I do have the Ultimate Vulture they released, and I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. So I won't have them for a comparison, but you know what? I don't really care. That figure it was okay. It was okay. This is a lot better. This is classic Tooms right here. Man, this figure has liver spots. I remember the reveal when they were saying this is the first figure with liver spots. Anyway, so let's go ahead and just get the box in here. On the side, man, look at Adrian Toomes there. That is a face only a mother could scream and run from right there. Name artwork on the side. And up here, Adrian Toomes uses a specialized flying suit to soar through the skies as the Vulture. So, this figure is a long time coming. I mean, this guy, this is really good. This is classic. Got the fur ruff. The wings are nice and huge. And he's all skinny and frail, but he will mess you up. This is a good figure. It almost looks like he's wearing pajamas. But it's a great design, and it was needed. It was needed. Getting on to some detail on the figure. Let me zoom in a little bit here so you can see that liver spot, and he's got the darkness around the eyes too. That face, man, whoever sculpted this face deserves like a raise or something. You got the fur ruff around the neck. He's kind of got that that thing that older men's chests do. It's like fit, but he has the separating pectoral muscles. I don't know. The wings are a little flat on this side, like all the details on the back of the wings. And this is how they are supposed to be on. Also, near like super glued mine on because they were falling off like nothing, and I'm fine with that. There is a running change on the placement of the peg here. I believe it goes up further here, so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. He does have a peg in the back in case you want to put this guy on like a flight stand or something. But yeah, it's just your traditional Vulture design here. Now, mind you, since my wings are glued on, the articulation will be off a bit, but he does have the classic foot peg inside the foot, rotating around. Ankles go back and forth. No thigh cut or calf cut. Double jointed knees. Twist at the thighs. Van Damme's about that far. We've got waist articulation there. Crunch at the abdomen. He does have nice butterfly joints. Mine are a bit frozen, but he does have them. So he can caw and twist at the bicep. Not hindered at all by the wing. I can go all the way around. Love that. Love that. Double jointed elbows. The hands will tilt back and forth. The head on the hinge and ball joint, but can go all the way back. Perfect for doing some flying stuff. This guy looks really good. He looks good in whatever pose you put him in. And I dig that. Now, he does come with one accessory, and that is an alternate head. This was another character in the comics, and Shartimus Prime actually explained a little bit better on his review. But it's just an alternate head. I don't really like this one, except if I'm going to do the meme, you know, me and the boys getting ready to go get Spider-Man or something like that. You can pop his head off, put this one on. He honestly looks like that G.I. Joe villain that was like into birds and prey. I think his name was Raptor or something. Anyway, get in there. There we go. So yeah, there's the alternate head if you want it on there. I don't. I want my bald-headed, creepy old man Adrian Toomes head. We're going to just pop that on there. There we go. Stand him up because I do have a comparison for you guys. Here he is next to the MCU Vulture. I don't know if this is a very fair comparison. But, yeah, this is comic versus movie, guys. So just remember that. But I do like seeing the throwbacks that they did for the movie version to the comic version. So, yeah, old versus new. I still love the old. I have another member of the Sinister Six, and this is a really good figure. And lastly, my number one figure in the line, it is Shang-Chi. There are so many reasons to like this figure, and I'm probably going to tell you every single one of them. But let's go ahead and get him out of the way. Take a look at the box that he comes in. You've got the traditional Marvel Legends box. Master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi. On the side, you've got... Hang on. Because we're getting a movie of this guy. You got some artwork of Shang-Chi. On the back, Shang-Chi is a master of martial arts and a warrior for peace. And of course, we got everybody in the line. I didn't go over that. And the Demogoblin, which we'll take a look at right after this. Let's go ahead and get Shang-Chi in here. And man, this looks just like that #1 cover of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. Now, the other thing I like, this is a different mold because, as you can see, he does not have a lot of body fat on him at all. So they re-sculpted the chest. They've given him some butterfly joints, which I really like. This headband, it is ridiculously long, and I love that. And, of course, he's got the classic high water bell bottoms. But, you know, you got to have this out of the way so you can kick the crap out of people. And he's got the bald feet. He does not have pegs in his feet either. I said bald feet. He's not wearing shoes. His bare feet. And he does have this little belt piece here, which I kind of wish had been kind of a sash. I don't think it was a sash, though. So, never mind. The head sculpt, very, very good. Look, those are some mighty eyebrows. This is easily customizable as a Ryu, maybe if he didn't have so much of a mullet. But, yeah, this is 70s Shang-Chi right off the cover of #1, and I love it. This is a good figure. Articulation, boy, he can hit it. He can go all the way down with his feet like that, all the way up to get you right with the heel of his foot. Articulation is good. The cut for his foot is right above the ankle, so the bottom of the pants. Get a double jointed knee, twist at the thigh. He can Van Damme about that far, and honestly, come on, guys. He should be able to do the full splits. Marvel, he should be able to do the full splits. This is the master of Kung Fu. Oh, how's he supposed to, like, kick you and check what's on the bottom of his foot at the same time? Okay, so he's got, ooh, that is a loud, and only one click to the torso articulation. I mean, it'll go forward, hang on. Okay, so there are two, but when I can't hit the second one when I go back. That's weird. But anyway, he does have nice butterfly joints. Continue that musculature in the butterfly. Shoulders will rotate all the way around. You got the bicep twist, double jointed elbows. Twist at the wrist, and his hands will go back and forth. The head is, I mean, he's got some good articulation. His hinge will go very far back, and so will the ball peg if you can look in there. So yeah, he's got, it almost floats a little bit too much above the neck. You kind of got to get it at a natural angle. But yeah, this is a good figure. Accessory-wise, he does come with two. He has, get up there. He has a nunchuck that's bent at the chain here. And this is mainly for if he was going to tuck it underneath. So you can hold it, bend his elbow, and he can tuck it underneath like he's getting ready to hit you. So I like that one as far as posing. He does have some loose joints, by the way. I'm just going to go ahead and point that out. It's not perfect, but it could be QC on mine. He also has a straight nunchuck. And this one, I love these little dragon heads on the ends. Nice red paint on gold. These are molded nicely. It's the same thing on those nunchucks as well. This one, I mean, he can hold it in both hands, but I like that one better. And speaking of hands, they threw every hand that they had in this figure. So with that, you get two fists. I believe these are what it comes with. So you got two fists of fury. You have two of the Kung Fu grip. And these also hold the nunchucks, by the way. I've got one of them on them right now. And they've all got the peg going back and forth, by the way. You have these, you know, two hands together. Maybe he wants to wield some size like Elektra or something. But he does have those. Maybe it's a death touch. I don't know. But he does have just the regular weapon gripping hands. And And he also has two chopping or smacking hands here. And those look really good. Kind of weird how the flashing is on here, though. I don't like that. But yeah, they threw every hand that they could in this figure, and I dig that. Comparison-wise, well, here he is next to somebody who we've already seen today, and that is Iron Fist. And I'm going to be displaying these guys together just because, I mean, come on. Two masters of martial arts. I really wish his legs were not as loose, because it does make posing a bit difficult. But yeah, there are the two masters of the martial arts from the Marvel Universe. So yeah, Shang-Chi, my favorite figure out of this line. And finally, we are taking a look at the Build-A-Figure from the line, and it is the Demogoblin. And I gotta say, I like this guy too. Wasn't too excited for him. I know there is a heavy reuse of some other molds in here, but you know what? It's a good figure and one we needed. So let's go ahead and get him off of his flaming glider here, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. And it does have that stand that we've seen with the speeder bikes from the Black Series and I think a couple other things. But yeah, this works though. That clear stand that you can unplug this. We'll just go ahead and take a look at that. You can move this around if you want a shorter profile. It's good. It's nice and clear. Does the job. And we might as well take a look at the glider, which is a heavy chunk of plastic, by the way. That is some nice detail of that demon head on fire in there. Love this thing. Very kind of soft plastic. It's got the little hooks for his feet. Looks really good. Nice mixture of the clear and paint. Well, clear plastic and the paint. And got the little grippy hands up here. So yeah, really like this. But getting no Demogoblin in here. I know I said something about the face on Adrian Toombs, but man, look at the face on this guy. That is horrifying. Got the teeth, the tongue. This looks really good. Nice red paint on the eyes. The red on the hood, like it's exploding back from his head. Nice tatters and everything. Looks wrinkled. Goes all the way back here to this part here. The belt got a little overspray here, but good gold on there. Gold on the bull head or demon head. I don't know why I said it was a bull head. But more of that blue with the red plastic. Got these nice kind of bronze chains. The hands look deliciously evil with the nails. There's that belt buckle. The armored arms. I love the cape. Nice soft goods. Well, not soft goods. It's very soft plastic. Got a couple holes in it. It's tattered. More of that red exploding back. I love that effect. And you do have... these are the boots that came with the Green Goblin, but that's fine. I mean, they do kind of rip each other's style off a bit. But excellent figure. Very good. And, like I said, needed. Now, if they could just reissue Hobgoblin. I missed out on that one. Articulation, he can pose the foot down like that. Get it all the way down. You do have a twist at the calf right here. Pull the camera back a little bit. Double jointed elbows. Helps with posing on that glider of his. Cut at the waist, or at the thigh. Van Dam's about that far. You do have waist articulation. Ab crunch. And the belt just kind of moves out of the way. Nice job. Goes back about that far. Sorry, I had to do it. You know I had to do it to him. Nice soft ratchets at the shoulders. Go back and forth, up and down. Double jointed elbows. And the wrist will go back and forth. Not hindered at all by the chain, which, kudos. Head is a bit hindered by the collar and chin and this cape piece. So you can go back about that far, goes forward about that far. So the good thing is he can go back, and it helps when he's on the glider itself. And just because of that, I'm going to put him back on the glider so we can kind of stand him up here and compare him to the Green Goblin. Bring my camera down a little bit. So yeah, there they are. He is, my Green Goblin is like hunched down, you know, in a proper safety goblin goblin glider flying pose. So there you go. There's the two of them together, and they look really good together. Now I really got to get a hobgoblin. I'm probably going to pay a little bit because now I really want one to finish off these goblins. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. And there you have it, guys. This is the Marvel Legends Hobgoblin or Demogoblin wave, and it is fairly good. I would definitely say two of these figures we did not need, but you know, the rest of the line is pretty solid. I like them. They're very good. A couple of QC issues, a couple of things I would have done differently, but overall, it does fill in some gaps in your Spider-Man collection with the Vulture, giving us a Shang-Chi and a Demogoblin and a White Rabbit. And all these are original figures. I mean, yeah, even the ones from the Spider-Verse game, well, the Spider-Man game, they are unique. So, yeah, it's still a good wave. Very good wave. And I know a lot of people really like those spider suits, especially Nate. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and check out all of our other videos on SCNS Live, including upcoming Nerds with Coffee, Alternate Heads, and, of course, SCNS Live every Thursday night. I'm Jason the X, and I'll catch you next time.